Hello, welcome. Hello. Make sure you drop in the comments and say hello. We always want to announce ourselves when we come into somebody's house. Happy Friday. How is everyone doing? Yeah, all of that. Hello. Hey, Deb. Welcome. First time seeing you here, at least for me. Welcome. How are you guys doing? Make sure you announce yourself when you come in so I can say hello back to you so I can shout you out. Hopefully, I think my mom should be, I don't know where Elwanda is. Hey, Dara. Hello. I know Angie is with you, so hey, girl, hey. Hello. And I don't want to get started until mom comes in the house. I always get so hot when I get on camera. I don't know if it's the lights or what. Hi, Daphne. Hey, Daphne. Hey, girl, hey. How was everyone's week? I want to know that. Like, how was everybody's week? How has your week been? One of the things that I actually love about living here in Mexico is that time tends to go a little bit slower because coming from the East Coast, it felt like time was always on the rush. Like the day would go by so fast. And even though the days can go by fast here, it doesn't feel like it's as fast as when I was in Atlanta. So, how my week was, let me see. I don't know. I don't know. It just seems like it's been busy, but I try to pace myself. My calendar has a tendency, like I have standing appointments with clients. However, it's still, I try to leave some downtime because I don't want to fall, and it's really hard to not fall back in the cycle of the constant go and the constant do. But yeah, so I always try to leave some time. Like there are some rules that I have for myself. Like I try not to do meetings on Mondays, and I prefer not to do meetings on Fridays. But unless I have to, like I will make a concession. But it's very, very rare that I'll do that. So those are the ways I kind of try to structure my week. And then when I do like certain meetings or certain calls or things like that, I try to do it within the confines of certain time frames because I just don't want to. Yeah, Mondays and Fridays are for me, absolutely. So if you were meeting me for the very first time, welcome. My name is Tracie Collins, and I go live every Friday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, 6 p.m. Mexico time, depending upon the time of year, because you in the United States, y'all tend to do that daylight savings time, which should be coming up again for you soon, fall behind. So anyway, but we don't change time where we're at. So that's another beautiful thing about being here. So, welcome. And on my channel, I discuss business, wellness, and my life in Mexico, all things pertaining to women. Y'all, help me out because Alum, I meant to text you and Bobby this earlier, but I was looking at like certain stats here. Like if you have a YouTube channel, you can look in YouTube Studio and you look at your stats here. I mean, you look at your stats and you always do an analysis. For me, I'm always like doing analysis and thinking, what do I need to tweak and do better, things like that. Well, why is my viewership higher with men than women? And my content is specifically for women. And it when I tell you guys, it really gets my goat. Like I'm like, I ain't even making nothing for y'all. I'm not even making anything for you guys. First time watching you, like, oh, thank you. Hey, Deb. I don't know where Elwanda is. Should I send her a text message, y'all? Where is Elwanda? Let me send her a text message. Hold on. Hold on. Or maybe I should just call her because you guys know Elwanda is supposed to be here. Let me see. I don't too much like to get started. This is me calling my mom. She better answer because Elwanda's notorious for not answering her phone too. See what I said? Who else? This girl. Anyway, all right, so let's get started. So, this topic tonight is just us kicking it, us just having a good time, us not doing anything. I don't have anything on the agenda because I took a vote and 83% of you guys was like, no, let's just kick it and let's just chop it up and talk. So that is exactly what we are going to do tonight. So I don't have an agenda, so you guys can ask me whatever you want, and we will go into conversation from there, and I will answer your questions. But I really thought it was interesting. I think you guys really enjoy. Well, hello, woman. Did you just hear your phone ring? You didn't even answer your phone. Okay, Elwanda's here. Hey, mom. It's the bald head and the red lips. When I tell you, I am so sick of like, and you know what it is too, because I was looking at like the statistics, not the statistics, but like the metrics of my channel, and I was like, why? Because what it is I don't even think like they're subscribers. I think they're just voyeurs. So it really just gets on my nerves. You was with Kayla, really? Oh, okay. Hmm. Is she still there with you? So, really quick, you guys, just to do some announcements. We have the Move to Mexico conference that is coming up November 1st through the 3rd. This year, the link is in my bio. I'm sorry, in the description of this video. Oh, hi, honey. Hey, babe. She didn't even tell me she was going over there. Um, The link is in my bio. I'm sorry, in the description of this video. So if you are interested in moving to Mexico, we will be covering 3 days of information. It is going to be jam-packed from immigration to real estate to cost of living to healthcare insurance, cultural norms and etiquette, and finances and how to make money here in Mexico. I just remembered I needed to do something today. Send child agreement. Hold on, y'all. I have to make myself a note. I talked myself into remembering something. So if you are interested in moving here, specifically to Mexico, that virtual conference is November 1st through the 3rd. Also, if you are a Black woman and need rest and wellness, we have a retreat coming up in the state of Oaxaca, March 25th through the 30th of 2025. It is on the coast, on the beach, and we are booking out the entire hotel. It is a boutique hotel, and we are just going to rest and enjoy each other, eat great food, and be catered to, and chill and enjoy your time. And so if that is something that you're interested in, we still have 4 spaces left for the Rest and Wellness Retreat, specifically for Black women. And the reason why is because we need it. We absolutely need it. So yes, so those are the announcements that I've gotten out of the way. Welcome. Thank you guys so much for joining here on Friday Night Live. So be sure to drop questions that you guys have in the chat because I prepared nothing. You guys have my brain. Hey girl, hey. You guys have my brain. I prepared nothing because I was like, they don't want me to talk about what I have planned. I always try to get a sense of what my audience and what my subscribers or my family wants here. Hi, Michelle. I hope you're doing well. What my audience wants here. And so I don't ever want to put things out that's not going to be valuable and that people are not going to find useful. But also, y'all, help me turn this algorithm around. I don't want to have a whole bunch of men subscribing or watching as warriors. When I tell you guys, it is really messing with the metrics of YouTube, the algorithm, because I did some AI, data analytics earlier. And I was like, oh my God, this AI is telling me like 67% of the people who watch this channel are men. And when I tell you, I don't want it. So please, I don't even like just share it with one person. I don't care if you share it to, I don't know, just share it with one person because we need to collectively turn this algorithm around. I talk about all things pertaining to women and us, doing the damn thing, not them. And I'm very specific about that. What's the weather like? Oh, this time of year. Yes, it is definitely cooled down, thank God. So if you guys don't know, if you're watching this at a different time or you're running into me for the very first time, I live in San Miguel de Allende, Guanajuato, Mexico, and we are in the central part of the country. So we're surrounded by mountains. We are 6,300 feet above sea level. Or is it 62? I think it's 6,200 feet above sea level. And so April and May were excruciatingly hot. Even the natives of the country this year was like, this is not normal, even though those are the normal summer months. This year it was, due to climate change, it was just ridiculous. But now that rainy season has come in and like I think it was like mid-June on, we get to experience much cooler weather. Unfortunately, our house holds a lot of heat here because we have bóvedas, what is like the brick domes that are on the ceiling. They're absolutely beautiful. They're beautiful. However, it's like a brick oven. So because our house is a ranch, we don't have a lot of airflow. So if you guys hear noise, I have the window open because I needed to get some airflow into the house. But yes, it has definitely cooled down. We're going into the cooler months. Last night was really chilly. The wind was bustling, which was nice. But if you are planning to visit San Miguel de Allende in particular, because we are not coastal, we're inland, especially this time of year onward, throughout the end of the year and probably into like February, you need to be layered up. You absolutely need to be layered up because it's hot. I mean, it's cold and it's cool at night and warmer during the day, but even the closer we get to December, it's going to be a little bit cooler. Hey, Yoga Bliss. Oh, you changed your picture. Yes, I did. I sent them out to the people who signed up. So if you would like my Move Abroad scorecard, I just sent that out to the people who specifically signed up and wanted that. So if you are interested in getting the Move Abroad scorecard, I'm going to give you something else, which is, hold on, y'all. I got to find it first. I'm going to drop it in the chat. This is one of my wellness guides for women over 40 and how we can create more pleasure and abundance in our life. So if this is something that you want for yourself, please download this and I will know that you are coming in tonight and I will send you the Move Abroad scorecard as well. So I think that's the right link. That should be the right link. So click on the link that I just dropped in the chat. So not only will you get the Move Abroad scorecard, you will also get the 15 ways to enhance pleasure for women over 40. So yes, I did send that out. Did I ever get cold feet about moving to Mexico? Everybody sings gung ho. You know what? No, absolutely not. Because when I started coming, and you know this too, Michelle, when you start coming back and forth here, and because we went to so many different parts of the country, it was really hard to keep me out of it. Like Kayla can attest to this, my daughter who's with her grandmother right now. Like it was like, I got to get back to Mexico. Yeah, Mexico's a sweet place. It's just the people. Like if you have the opportunity to experience like being embraced with open arms, like Mexico to me feels like a big hug. And to be told by native Mexicans, welcome home. I mean, I'm just saying. So, and I can't live any place where I don't love the food. And so Mexican food is my favorite food. So I do have a love affair with this country. I'm very, very biased when it comes to this country. I feel like I don't know if I was Mexican in a former life or what, but yeah, no, I never got cold feet. I actually get cold feet going back to the United States. Since being gone a year, I have only been back once, and that's when I went to speak at UC Berkeley earlier this year. Um, Otherwise, like my kids have all come here. My mom has come here, and yeah, I get cold feet, and we all know why. Like the safety in the US seems to be non-existent. Not saying that Mexico is the safe place or is the safest, because we all know Mexico has its issues too, but we don't have to worry about the level of violence that people do in the United States. It just adds a level of anxiety to your your day-to-day life, which leaves you in such a hyper vigilant state. And I didn't want to be in that state. I think that if you want to live a long life, get outside of the United States. I really believe that the United States shortens its citizens' life intentionally and strategically. And they do it through the food, they do it through the level of violence, they do it through financial disparity, and the classism there. They do it through the healthcare system, they do it through housing inequity, they do it in so many ways that it jeopardizes your overall quality of life, which inevitably shortens your lifespan. And so, yeah, and I didn't want to. If you want to live a long time, leave the US. That's how I feel anyway. Your analyst, I know, yes, yes, your analytics can also easily see gender. Yes, yes, and which I cannot stand. I love her too. I love her too. She's one I wish who would get her black ass out of the United States. This is my daughter, y'all, I'm talking to right now, and she can hear me. My daughter that I'm speaking about is half Mexican. She's 31 years old. And she has heard me say this to her time and time again. To, I'm obviously not the Mexican one, when it comes to her DNA, but her Mexican side of the family is very Americanized. And so, like, she doesn't have the indigenous experience because that has not been a part of her life. However, since me coming in and out of the country and seeing the vast difference between United States Mexicans and Native Mexican people that live in the country, there is a very, very big difference in how they are and how they receive us as Black people. And I want Kayla to really be able to experience her culture, her other side of her culture, the food and the people. And I just think that she deserves that because she didn't get it from that other side, her paternal side, but she would be able to because I live here. I wish she would listen to her mother. But like I have a hard-headed mama, I got hard-headed kids who think they know better. So I'm just gonna leave that there. What email? Oh, so just make sure you click the link and I'll be able to see it because I checked my contacts before I got on. So I'll be able to see that the time that you have put your information into the link that I just put in the chat, and I'll send it out to you. Hey, Francis, how are you? How are you? Yep, I did. Buenas noches. Hey, Marion. Oh, she just left? Well, she didn't mean to hear me. Hey, how's everything going, Miriam? I know you are planning your leap and you are studying to get your TELF certification. How is that going? And it seems like a lot of you guys really want to hear like my life here. My life is, I won't say my life is boring, but it is. It's like I'm a homebody. Like I work from home. I've worked from home for years. So it's really like the same routine. Once you get accustomed to your day-to-day life, it's like, I live here, I can do the things. I'm not a tourist. And so I stay home, I work. Last night, my folks came over and they hung out and they crashed. Well, the guys crashed, the girls did not, but the girls came eventually. So, that's just how, life is. We're going to be going somewhere tomorrow, but I'm going to the Mercado to get a few, things. Let me see. Let me go over my day-to-day life. So I wake up. This is a day in my life here in Mexico. People think I'm just going to be out just doing the thing. But what I have also found is you are still going to be you no matter where you are. But I wake up between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. No, I get up out of bed usually between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. I go to bed early. I go to bed probably no later than 7 p.m., but I'm awake. We're watching TV. Honey and I are watching a show. And I don't go to sleep until maybe about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, sometimes, yeah, about 12, 11, 12 o'clock, unless I'm extremely tired. But then what happens is as I wake up between 2:30 and 3:30, I'll wake up and I'll stay up until about 5:30, sometimes even 6 o'clock, and then I'll doze back off and then I'll get up. I'll make myself get up because I always feel like I got to be doing something. That part of me has not dissipated yet, even though I don't, take calls or meetings or start anything that early, but it's just simply because of the way that my life was prior to leaving the States. And once I get up, I do like my morning routine. I open up all of the drapes. I love natural sunlight. I have to have natural sunlight. It was very, very intentional for me because when I work from home, like not having natural sunlight, you'll go into a depression and you don't want that for yourself. So for me, natural sunlight is very intentional. So I open up all of my drapes. And then I talk to my plants, y'all. And to me, I need more plants. I don't have enough plants. I think I have maybe, I don't know, maybe it's like between 40 and 50, but a lot of them are small. But I do have some big plants too. And so I talk to my plants. I light incense. I light my ancestor altar. I light incense in our office. I make our coffee. I make my lemon. You guys know me. I have my lemon tonic. I still do that every morning. My lemon and cayenne tonic that I drink, and I drink that for liver health and also for blood health. I want to make sure that my blood is nice and thin and flowing through my veins. And about 9:30ish, I'll have between 9 and 9:30, I'll have my coffee, and then I'll like meander my way into my office. In my mind, I want to stop working at 2. It just depends on what I have going on. So for what you guys don't know is that I have spent the last couple of months, I had to draw my glasses off because I started sweating under here. But the last couple of months, I changed the back end of my software for my website. And I really wanted a more robust, sophisticated system. So I'm still implementing certain funnels and automations to make sure that everything flows the way that I want it to and moving the system over. It's a really sophisticated system. But I also relaunched my digital agency to help support business owners, women business owners, for the back end of their businesses. So that is a feature that I will be offering my clients that work directly with me. I always check in with my Thrive group. Thank you and shout out to the ladies who are a part of Thrive. We are doing our first virtual coffee date work with me session this coming Tuesday. I think I have it for 8 o'clock a.m. Which is actually really early for me, but it's specific for my Thrive Mastermind group. And for those of you guys who don't know what my Thrive group is, it's for women in leadership and in business. And so I'm always like dropping stuff in there. This week I dropped, what did I put in there? Dara, because I don't know if Dara saw it, but I dropped like business strategy model from working with direct to business, so business to business and business to business and business to consumer. So I'm sorry, business to person and then business to consumer. I mean, I'm not saying it right, but anyway, and the financial pathway to set that up with your business model. So I dropped that in there for them, and they get just like certain perks, like they just be able to, it's a little bit more relaxed in there. And I come in and I say hi. Shout out to the ladies who are a part of that. And I can't wait to grow that community more. I think women in business and in leadership need to be able to be in a group that are masterminds, because I'm not going to just be leading the sessions. I mean, yeah, I host the space, but it's really about how do you share resources, network, gain connection, no matter where you are, what you're doing, and then be in different various industries. So if you are interested in becoming a member of Thrive, I'll make sure to drop the link in the chat so you guys can take a look at it. But I'm excited because we're going to be doing our first coffee, live virtual coffee session this coming Tuesday. So I'll tap into Thrive. So that's kind of what my day is. And then I tried, like today, I got really exhausted in the afternoon, and I took my clothes off, walked around butt naked, because for those of y'all who don't know, I absolutely love being naked. I don't know who is in this house with me and who agrees, but I love being naked. And if I could be naked and be in the jungle, that is me living my life. So, and then I put on a sarong. I went and I folded clothes, and I just kind of watched TV and vegged out. And I made honey a burrito right before I got on here, and I'm with y'all. That's my day. My day is not, it's not exciting. I'm not like out in the streets in San Miguel walking on cobblestones. I mean, I went and got my lashes done this week. I walked there. I try to walk at least 3 times a week, at least, 30 minutes or more each time. So I make sure that I incorporate that. But I'm a real homebody. I am a real homebody. Uh, Hi. Is San Miguel a good place to visit? It's my first time seeing you. Is San Miguel a good place to visit for the holidays? San Miguel is absolutely beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. San Miguel is very, very magical, even when it's not holiday season. It is a World UNESCO Heritage Site. So just the look and the feel of San Miguel, it is a small town feel. Um, It's beautiful. The colors, the cobblestone is something to get used to, but it still adds to, how majestic this town is. And you can really walk from one end of the town to the next in like 30 minutes, depending upon where you're going or how fast you're moving. But this time of year, like this month is Independencia, so September 15th or 16th is the country's Independence Day. And so they have already started decorating around the country. We had the opportunity to experience it for the very first time in Merida 2 years ago. And when I tell you the energy, and that was the first time that they had been out as a country being able to celebrate Independence Day since COVID. So we were able to experience it, and the energy of the people and how proud they were. It was like, I just felt so like proud and happy to be able to experience it, but I also felt cheated because I've never been proud of being from the United States, and I'm sure all Black people can relate to that to one degree or another. There was never a sense of pride. It was always a sense of we gotta fight. But when you're past that, I'm tired of fighting stage. Nobody want to fight their whole life. Like I came out blue. Literally, my heart wasn't working. I came out blue. So I came out of the womb fighting. And it was not something that I wanted to define my life as. And so to be able to be in that place and space. And when I tell you it's nighttime and it's like tons of people, and to be able to be in a place at night in a huge crowd and feel absolutely safe, and to hear them say "Viva Mexico," and like the president of the country, AMLO is doing a speech and it's virtual, so the whole country is experiencing the same thing at the same time. So it is a very festive place. And next month is it goes into Dia de los Muertos, and which is Day of the Dead, and that starts really November 1st, but the decor and the energy starts in October. So once Independence Day is over, and then we kind of move into the holiday season. Mexico doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving. That's a United States thing. So it's just celebration from here on out. So it's absolutely beautiful. San Miguel is beautiful. Uh, so the lemon tonic. So if you get warm water, about 8 ounces of warm water in the morning. I don't put anything on my stomach. Okay, so I'm gonna go more in detail about my morning routine, y'all. Okay, Marion, I'm gonna go more in detail. Marion is over from TikTok too. She met me on TikTok Live. Okay, here we go. I do a coconut pull on my teeth. I'm very meticulous about my teeth. God blessed me with beautiful teeth because my mom has beautiful teeth too, but I have my dad's smile. And so I'm very conscientious, especially since leaving the United States. I don't use fluoride on my teeth at all. But I do a coconut pool every morning for about 10 to 15 minutes, and I just busy myself doing other things. Like I'll make the coffee, and I take a spoon, like a teaspoonful of pure coconut oil, and it's, you got to get past that initial shock of the taste, but I swish it through, and I do that for about 10 to 15 minutes, and I make my lemon tonic water. And so once that's done, I be sure to spit it in the trash can. Don't spit it down the drain because eventually it'll clog the pipes. And here in Mexico, you don't want that. You don't want that. In general, you don't want it, but you really don't want it here in Mexico. And then I drink the tonic water. And so it is to make sure that you have supportive agents for your liver. So that's what the lemon is for. If I don't have lemon, I use lime. But I make it every morning for Honey and I sprinkle some cayenne pepper in it, and I make sure I drink it with a straw. There's a video on my YouTube channel, and Frances actually, she was like, Tracie, she inboxed me one day. She was like, where's that video? And I sent it right to her. So it's something that I do every morning. Once I'm done doing that, I drink it with a straw because of the enamel. I want to make sure I protect the enamel on my teeth. I brush my teeth, and the toothpaste that I use, it does not have fluoride in it, but I'm actually going to start again making our own toothpaste. You use bentonite clay. You can use coconut oil, and you can drop some peppermint and some clove in there, and you can make your own toothpaste at home, and it's honestly better for you. So once I've done that, I drank my stuff, I go brush my teeth, and I rinse my mouth with clove mouthwash. So I boil clove probably once a week, probably like once a week, once every week and a half. And that is my natural mouthwash that I use. So that's my morning routine. And so the lemon tonic is something that it's just a part of what I do. So I hope y'all got that recipe. Like when I tell you I'm meticulous about certain things, and my wellness is one. Yeah. Do you or your community celebrate American holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas? So I think we are going to celebrate. So when we first got here last year, we had just moved into our house, and like we didn't have all of our furniture or anything, but my daughter wanted oxtails. So Mahogany got her oxtails for Thanksgiving. But we will, and it'll be more like not, really celebrating like Thanksgiving is in the American sense of United States sense of things, it's my favorite holiday, but it's not, I understand the history of Thanksgiving, but it's really just about being around your loved ones and eating amazing food. So for us, and I think we'll be able to do the same thing here. But the thing is like getting Honey to do the baked goods, because Honey has picked up baking since she's left the States. She's become a vegan chef. She made a really good vegan mini pizza yesterday out of tortilla and like vegan cheese and mushrooms and peppers, and we put some chimichurri sauce on it that I made earlier in the week. And so she's like become a vegan chef. She's become the juicing chef. She makes fresh juices too. Like none of this was ever uncovered until she left the United States. But now she also has started baking what you miss at home, meaning like 7-Up pound cakes. She just made one today, but she didn't like how it turned out. So don't, y'all who live here, LMD, don't be asking for stuff because she ain't gonna give it to you. She made some mango preserve yesterday from scratch. So we have some of that here. And she also makes like these amazing sweet potato pies. Oh my God, y'all. Oh my God. She makes like Mama, I know you in here, but Jay got the sweet potato pies down. And so I don't know where I'm going with this, but basically we plan to eat. And I think I can speak for everybody else in here. We plan to eat. And yeah. So the long answer is yes, but probably not in the traditional sense of what the states, do. You'll be there. Buenas tardes, hey D. D Honey said you can get some mango preserve, so you can have some too. So she mentioned that today. What's the most challenging part about leaving the US, if anything? Probably My mom loves to fly, so I don't ever include her in this conversation. Because I left I left Oakland in 2016. So I've been gone for a while as far as like seeing my mom. But I talk to my mom and my kids virtually all the time. So, but because my kids are like 31, 24, and 20, and they're in that phase of like I got it, I'm grown, but then they really don't know what they don't know. So I wish I could just bring them here with me. I also miss home goods. um, I miss home goods a lot. And so when we go back to the States, even if, because Honey has been several times without me, she always goes to home goods. Like we always go to home goods. Like the last time I went back, I like racked up home goods by my mom's house, and we had like this huge suitcase. And so that's what I miss. My kids and home goods. Oh, I miss burritos. Okay, hold on. Let me drink my water. So I miss burritos. In the Bay, I grew up with like ginormous burritos. Mexico traditional burritos are very skinny, and they're not packed with all of the things that we like rice and beans and the meat and cheese and sour cream and pico de gallo, and then you can have like other things in there if you want. So avocado or fresh avocado in a burrito is amazing. I actually prefer fresh avocado versus guacamole inside of a burrito. So they don't do that here. That's a United States thing. So I made burritos for the first time since I've been here. Like I just made Honey a burrito. And so I started making, because I was like, I can't do this no more. I need a burrito. I need a burrito like where I'm from. So that's what I miss. That is exactly. Hey, Fly Girl, okay, Kai. Hi. Hey, Barefoot Contessa. Hi, Deborah. How long does Day of the Dead last? It's 3 days. It's November 1st through the 3rd. And it's a series. Okay, I'm going to get this out of order. And if anybody knows in the chat, please drop the order in here. But the first day, I think, is honoring the. Okay, the first day, I think, is honoring the children. The first or second day is honoring the children. I think one day is honoring the pets. And then the final day is honoring your ancestors. But the whole thing is about really honoring your ancestors. So it lasts 3 days, but you get to experience it because the marigolds and the flowers and the floral decorations and the decor is like massive. It is abundant. And for the very first time, seeing like burgundy marigold flowers, like I'm used to the yellow or the orange, but to see the burgundy ones is like, oh my goodness. And they really, really, really take pride in their ofrendas, which is the altars, and they're massive. Like they are massive. So depending upon where you are in the country, I know Oaxaca is, it's more, I don't want to say more festive because it's extremely festive everywhere, but places that have it, originated the celebration. And the place that actually originated it is in Michoacan, which is the state over from us. But I definitely want to go to Oaxaca because it's really famous for celebrating, the Day of the Dead there. So it's just not one day. It's just a series of celebrations. I don't know if you answered my question on IG already. But I'm coming to San Miguel solo. What are some nice health and wellness things to do there? So there's yoga here, there's Pilates here. If you are not a member of the Black SMA group, please join the Black SMA group. Tahara teaches yoga at the Pilates studio, which is, I think, Pilates SMA, I think that's there. But also we have natural hot springs. So we have two. One is La Gruta, which seems to be the more popular one. And then there's Escondido Place. So there's two. You'll be able to experience that both. I've been to one, I haven't been to the other, but that's a really good experience. Another thing to do as far as health and wellness, go to the mercados, get to experience eating like and partaking in food like fresh fruits and vegetables and buying meats or whatever, or eating in the mercados because it doesn't cost a lot of money. It's not expensive. It should not be a luxury to eat well. It should not be a luxury to treat your body with the necessary nutrients that it deserves. That's a United States thing to where only if you are hold on, y'all, my fan fell. Um, only if you are like upper middle class and rich, you can eat well. Like, but here things are abundant. Another thing that I would say, do drop it down in the comments, y'all, if I'm missing anything. Honestly, just walk, be in nature. Be so here. The nature is because we're in the mountains. There's more cacti here, and but there's still a lot of nature. There's horseback riding that you can absolutely do, which is a great experience. Those kind of things. Take it slow. Walk. Look up. There's places and individuals who do offer like massages. They will come to you. You don't have to go to a particular place, but they will come to you, and you'll be able to partake in that. I know Honey got a massage for like an hour and they came here and it was $40. So yeah, that kind of thing. Hey, Carol. Am I interested in having a boutique guest house? Thanks for sharing your own wellness routine. You are absolutely welcome. We had an Airbnb. We got rid of it, but we still want to do something like that. That one was in Central. But as far as a boutique guest house like Casa Elm, heck no. I don't know how Michelle does it. Hell no. No, no. That's not my lane. I'm not really good at things like that. That takes a special individual to be able to host, people all the time. And when I tell you, it's not just, oh, I'm gonna book a room and not get the experience. You will get an experience. And so for me, I'm not trying to work that hard. I'm not trying to work that hard. Um, you really see why your parents always want to like dance for them, dance for them. My mom, she will put people on the phone or on FaceTime. She'll be like, she calls me by my middle name, which is Monet. She like, Monet, smile, smile so people can see your teeth. Yes, a Friendsgiving. Yeah, she's not gonna give you no pound cake. I don't think she will. And you probably already text her. But yes, the preserves. Child, that sweet potato pie. When I tell you, she gonna get mad because I'm telling her business online like this to the publics. But baby, when I tell you that sweet potato pie, whoo! And I don't like sweet potatoes. This is the weirdest thing. Like I don't like sweet potatoes, but I will definitely eat a sweet. That is my favorite pie. Is a sweet potato pie. I eat yams, but they have to be really, really sweet, and I can only eat a little bit of them. But a sweet potato pie, I will eat the whole pie, and I will eat the whole pie. Oh my God, I'm late again. But Bella, you made it. Hello. Yes, go to the hot springs. Oh, you'll be here for a week or so. Good, you'll love it. I mean, San Miguel is beautiful. It's just, I will say this though. If you are a big city person, it can kind of test you. But if you are open to something different and change, then you will be able to experience it. It just gives you something that you didn't know you need. It calls a particular person. So because San Miguel is built on rose quartz, it has a certain energy to it. So you're either drawn to it or you're not. So yeah, that's how San Miguel works. I heard people talk about the medical care. How is the dental care and vision care? So I don't know about the vision care, although I wear glasses. My glasses came from the States, but I know you can get. So what I'm hearing about vision care is get your prescription while you're, in the States. have that with you, and then you can bring that, and they'll do it for less expensive. As far as your glasses are concerned, you can pick a frame, and then they'll do your prescription for less than what the United States charges. Dental care, it's the same. Honey has had a lot of dental work here. So she likes her dentist, and they're really, really thorough, extremely. One of the things about the medical care, dental, they will call you and you want cleaning, they call you, they'll check up on you. Also with dental care, if you're having a procedure, they will, depending upon the dentist office, they'll arrange for a pickup, and they'll bring you to the facility and then do the work, and then bring you back to your home. That's another benefit of being in a place that really puts the care, when it comes to overall medical care, a part of the practice. It's not one of the things about the care in Mexico, or yeah, specific to Mexico, is it's not something that you're in and out with. So it's something that you really want to take your time with. I have not had a cleaning here just yet, but when I do, I'll let you know. And it's really because I've lost, like, I'll be, and Alan can attest to this, I think Dee can too. I will be in meetings with my toothpick flossing my teeth because it's habitual for me. I've been in meetings like flossing my teeth, so I'm very meticulous about my dental care. How long is the flight from ATL? I'm not sure if the airport is there. So from Atlanta, you can fly Delta. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can fly Aeromexico or Delta. You will fly into either Querétaro or León. The flight is about 3.5 hours. It's a nonstop flight. It is more expensive to fly from Atlanta to where we are than it is for us to fly to the West Coast. It's more expensive to fly to the East Coast than I've learned. But it's like 3.5 hours. And then depending upon which airport, because San Miguel, the closest airports are Querétaro, which is an hour away or a little bit over an hour, and León is about an hour and a half. But there's an amazing shuttle service that will pick you up literally with your name. You will feel like a celebrity, and then they will drop you off at your door. So the shuttle service is amazing here. And Mexico City, if you fly into Mexico City from Atlanta, it's the same. It's the same distance. Mexico City is like a major international airport, though. You can fly anywhere in the world. And Delta flies from Atlanta here. To Mexico City nonstop as well. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, Joy. I miss you, Joy. Um, will you need to be fluent in Spanish to negotiate a rental? No, you do not need to be fluent. However, we do recommend that you work with an agent. And then we also recommend that if you are negotiating a rental, that they either, two things, provide you the lease in English, or I think it's called Deely or something like that. But there is an app to where you can translate long content or long form content, or that's on paper, and you will be able to read the lease yourself. So you want it in advance so you can look over it. And then, because what we did was we asked for our lease. Once we gave the deposit, we asked for the lease so we could go over it, and it was in Spanish, but Honey went through it with that particular app, and she was able to read thoroughly through the lease. Yeah, so you don't need to be fluent in Spanish, but it is recommended that you work with a bilingual agent that can support you. And then you can also have an attorney look over it if you want like extra insurance. What kind of health car insurance do you have? I don't have a car, so I don't have car insurance. Dee has a car, and she might have answered this already. But what I do know about car insurance in Mexico is it is less than 6 months car insurance of the United States. I hope that makes sense. So it's very, very, very affordable. I know that what you pay for car insurance in Mexico, you will not be paying. So what you pay for car insurance in the United States, you will not be paying for that in Mexico. Our health insurance, we just paid I think we paid It's like $3,000 to $4,000 a year, and so we pay ours quarterly. We just paid it, and it's like seven something a month. I mean, seven something every 3 months. Um, However, the healthcare system is different here as far as the insurance is concerned. You have to make sure that you have money just in case of emergency, like actual liquid money or credit just in case of emergency, because if something happens, you want to make sure that you have the resources to cover that. Our health insurance does cover medical emergencies and medical like hospital stays, and it also gives us just a little bit off prescription meds and things like that, so it gives us a percentage off, and also certain procedures. So if we go to the doctor, we pay in full for that, then we can resubmit the claims to the health insurance with hopeful reimbursement. If you want more detailed information, honestly, I would recommend you come to the Move to Mexico conference. And we have two health insurance professionals that will be, talking about what it is to acquire health insurance here in the country and what you would need and what it looks like and the options that are available. Um, y'all talk. See, yeah, I will say this though. I will say this. San Miguel de Allende tends to be more expensive for certain things because we're not paying $35. No, that I do know. Like, when I went to the dentist and I just got a consultation and I had to pick up some antibiotics because I had open heart surgery twice. I have a heart condition. I have to take antibiotics before I go to or before I have any dental procedures. So I did that. I had the consult. I picked up the antibiotics. I just never went back for the appointment. But I think it was like um, it would have been like 1,800 pesos. Yeah. Total for both. So it's not. So I will say that San Miguel de Allende is more expensive for certain services. If you can go to other parts of the country to get things done, even for residency, when you come here for Canje, which is the CANJE for people who get their temporary residency or their residency and they have to finish the second part, we know that SMA is more expensive, and you can go to Querétaro, Bobby, and say it went back to Puerto Vallarta to finish theirs out because it was more affordable. Um, do I work with a particular fashion designer when post for my photos, or is it just being creative? So it's a little bit of both. I when I sh- so we were just talking about kind of about this recently. So with my branding work, the images that you guys see that I took all of those in Atlanta. Those all were before I left the United States. I worked with the same photographer. He was a young Black guy from Atlanta, and I worked with the same makeup artist. My clothes is something that just came out of my closet, but I work specifically with photographers who direct shoots. I do not like working with photographers that don't give you direction, because that means they are not skilled at what they do. Each photographer has a different eye. And if I want a more relaxed feel, then I may work with somebody different. But if I want more of a professional look, then I'll work with, certain individuals. That is one thing that I do miss about Atlanta is my, that creative team that I worked with. Because if you are a businesswoman, it's essential that you have, to me, if you have a presence, if you have a public presence, that you get branding images done regularly. And what do I mean by regularly? There are photographers who offer subscription services where they will do your updated branding monthly. And so I think I would get things done like once or twice a year, but I also have worked with photographers on a monthly basis to keep my images up. Also, because I come from a theater background. I have always been in front of the camera, so it's somewhat natural to me. But one of the things that I absolutely hate doing is I hate doing photo shoots. I like the results, but I hate doing photo shoots. So I'm really particular about the photographers that I use and the makeup artists that I use. Here in San Miguel de Allende, there are no makeup artists that work on Black skin. So that is a resolve that I have come to. There is a photographer that I have identified And she does more editorial work. She's been posting more images of things that she's done here in SMA, and they look more casual. They're not as clean and polished as I like. So I've kind of slowed down my quest for getting my images updated because it's hard to identify a particular photographer. Now, if I was in Mexico, even in Mexico City, because I did source, photographers out there, and it wasn't what we would think. Even though it's like Mexico City, it's still like I like real polished, clean work. And so if I were to work with this particular photographer here, I like her studio work. I like her editorial work. However, I don't think she has a studio here. So it would have to be like indoor shoots that we would do. We're and lighting on black skin, makeup on black skin, and photographers and colors on black skin, they show up differently. What you think looks good on you as a person when you wear clothes, if you really want to know how it looks, take a picture of yourself and you will see how it looks. So those are just kind of tricks, but I work with photographers who know how to direct shoots, and they also have to know where the lighting is. Yeah. And you also have to know where your lighting is. And I know my angles too. My angles are straight on. These are things that you just learn, but my angles are straight on. I don't do side profile because you see that double chin. Y'all see that? That's why I don't do profile work. You don't ever see me like taking a picture, and if I'm taking a picture like this, and if I've taken it, trust me, I already hit my angles. I already know. I'm vain. And I think women should be. I think we should. We should absolutely take pride in how we look and how we show up for ourselves. It ain't even about anybody else. It's for ourselves. That was a long answer. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they have to know how to light us. They have to know about angles, time of day. Of course, the best time of day to get shoots, especially if you are shooting outside, the best time is sunrise and sunset. That is the best time to do shoots. The problem with that is it just depends on the weather. Like if it's freezing at sunset, like you ain't gonna really feel like shooting, but that's the absolute best time of day to get your images taken if you are taking them outside. That's a part of like it's a part of branding, but I think people too, especially if you are in business and you have if you have a public presence, you have to be really strategic how you show up, especially depending what your industry is and the kind of clientele that you desire to attract, and how you show up, how you present, and then also the kind of clientele you attract determines how much money you can charge. So people don't really think about all of that. And then also, what are you offering that is really going to speak to your desired client? What product or service are you giving them that is going to help take them to the next level? And how are you finding your target demographic? So what I've started doing, I've started marketing in different places that I normally don't market in. And it's because I'm broadening my reach. The normal stuff that you guys may see as far as my newsletter, I haven't been doing that as much, or YouTube or Facebook. I don't really market over there anymore. I market in other social media platforms, and I'm doing that because I spend a lot of time researching and studying other CEOs and branding and marketing strategies. And I do that because when I tell you about, I have a price point, a demographic of clientele that I am aiming for. And so because of that, I'm moving differently. I'm moving differently. All right. So this was you guys. This is what you guys wanted. And let me know, drop down in the comments if you guys want more conversational Friday night lives. If you guys have not watched my video this week, I dropped a video on changing your life at almost 50. Thank you, Francis, for your compliment. That was really, really sweet. I'm glad that spoke to you. But how you can start over at any age. And so so that's my latest video that I did. So I hope this helps. Let me know if you guys want more of this kind of Friday Night Live or more like educational stuff. I'll drop some education always, in the interim, but yeah. All right. So yes, watch that. Almost 50-ish. Oh. Oh, good, good. Oh, yes. Yeah, it's just and I want people I want women, specifically to feel like you can start over at any age. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of life. As long as you have breath in your body, you can change your mind. You can change your mind. You can do something different. Wait a minute. How did my mom like it here? Elwanda can answer that question. Elwanda will sleep at our dining table the majority of the time. But I think what she was experiencing was the altitude sickness. And I being here for so long and coming in and out of the country since 2022, um, I didn't even think about that could be a factor. So Elwanda was asleep with Brownie at our kitchen table with her head down. Like, how you go to school and you got to take a nap when you little? We got pictures of her sleeping. But I definitely want to bring her back. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, and altering with your frequently asked questions. I agree. I agree. And it makes it easier on me, you guys. I don't have to sit here and kind of like map out what I'm speaking about. But this is why I poll. I want to know what you guys want, because I can talk all day about business and structure and marketing and branding and strategizing and scaling and all of the things. I can do all that, but I also can just talk shit. I can do that too, and I can talk about wellness, and I can talk about how essential it is for women to take, especially women of a particular age. Women of a particular age, we need to take our wellness extremely seriously, and it is a gift, and so we need to be able to treat it as such, um, and not take things for granted, like our bodies and ability. I think people take ability for granted, and I think you need to be very, very conscious when you are showing appreciation and gratitude and say thank you for ability. Because I was walking down the street the other day and I'm walking on the cobblestones and I'm like, thank you for this because there are a lot of people who wish they could walk, so it's about you know having gratitude for ability, not just abundance and things, and be careful. To me, it's like even when we say abundance, it's like we have to be very, very careful, because you can have abundance of a mess and you don't want that. You have to be strategic with your wording. I love words. I pay attention to words. I'm always listening to words. And so I don't ever say anything that I'm not thinking about first. And so, because the words are become things. If you want to see what your life looks like outside of your thoughts, look at your life now in the physical sense. And so you have manifested that to some degree or another. So yes, I don't know how I came up with that and how I started preaching, but that is how I think, y'all. That is exactly how I think. Oh, I didn't answer my child. It's about her coming back. We know, Mom. Yes, 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 please. Oh, I tell my mom I'm the best sex she's ever had. I tell her that. I don't ever want her to forget that. Seriously. And she knows this. I tell her that. Yeah. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me again on Friday Night Live. Please be sure to like the video. Please, y'all, I need your help getting out of the male algorithm of YouTube. Get me out of the male. I don't want the male gaze like that. Not like that. It's like, because they are some voyeurs and they are messing up my algorithm with YouTube. When I saw that today, I was like, I really thought I was on the right track. I was like, oh, okay, okay. And then I looked at that from an AI lens and I was like, oh my goodness. It says 67% of my viewers are men. Get me out of there. So be sure to like, share with another woman, and subscribe. Okay. I appreciate you guys and I love you guys. And I am always here on Friday Night Live to answer any questions. And you can always connect with me. Description is in the information is in the description. All right. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. And I will see y'all later. Be sure to check out the Changing Your Life at Almost 50. All right. All right, you guys. Have a good weekend. Bye.